Hey everyone, this is John Villarreal, and I can't wait to show you and review my Sony A74. Here is some sample video and photos from my Sony A74.
Hey everybody, John Villarreal here, and I want to talk about really my favorite piece of equipment right now in my content creation. First of all, I bought this with my own money. Everything I'm saying is all my personal opinion. This video is not sponsored by Sony or anybody else, okay? Now, I'm a broadcast and media professional in my opinion, and this is a really great piece of equipment. I really love this a lot. I think I'm not going to make a huge long video on this. I'm just going to do highlights on this and why I like it so much and how it helps me out. I was waiting a long time to get into the mirrorless camera game for a lot of reasons. I do primarily videos, that's what I focus on. And this Sony A74, I think it's a great hybrid option. It has so many different things here that really make it work. There's so many different choices out there, obviously. But what I love about this is several things. Okay, I'm gonna highlight some of the reasons why I really like this. This does 4K 60. It has a 7K sensor, so it oversamples, okay, when you're doing like 4K 30, and I think there's a slight oversample, if I remember correctly. First of all, everything I'm saying is all my personal opinion only. I'm not alleging facts or casting aspersions. I believe it's a 7K oversample for 4K 30. When you go to 4K 60, then I think it's a slight oversample because I think it uses a Super 35 crop, but it still looks great. I mean, I've had no issues with that. Sometimes I like that, quite frankly. And I'm gonna do everything in 4K anyway, so it's gonna be great. I live in Florida, quite frankly, South Florida, so I had to kind of, work with some of the settings and work with some of the timing in terms of some of the overheating. But for most of the situations, it's not an issue. And I do prefer, I was doing a lot in 4K 30, I do prefer 4K 60. I do like that setting. Now what I'm using to do this video is my Sony camcorder that I've had for a long time. It does 4K 30 and it's great. And anytime I can't use this for certain reasons, then I use that and it's fine. So it's not a problem. What I also got here is the kit lens. Now let's see if we can get a little, I'll try to get closer if I need to. And this is the FE 3.5 to 5.6, 28 to 70. And the kit lens, it's a good all-arounder. You may want to get other lenses that are going to be, maybe more high-end or more specific, but it definitely gives me a good range. I can do my studio work. I can do some zoom work. It's a really cool lens. It's totally fine. I've been very happy with it for sure. Now you have different settings here. What's so great about the Sony A74 is it also takes great photos. And I'll show some examples of that. It does a 33 megapixel sensor for the photos. The autofocus is awesome. You can line that up. You have different selections. And the thing is, I've even maxed this out. Like when I do 4K 60 in the settings that I use, it's a 200 megabits a second bit rate. But if I went to the next level, where I think it's almost frame by frame, if I remember correctly, it's like 600 megabits a second. So I haven't even used that yet. It's really cool. And the other thing that's really cool about it, so I'm just talking about some of the functionality. The strap is also really nice. The screen is also really nice. Like if I were to turn on this screen right here, I can show you. So you can see what the screen looks like right there. As a hybrid camera, it's very strong. You've got pro level photos, pro level video. The sensor is phenomenal. Full frame sensor. I also can see right through here and take pictures. Right here, it will autofocus it, and it also has tracking. Okay, so that's also really cool. And it's just a very nice piece of equipment. Now you have different settings. You can have everything in auto right here, which I use this for most scenarios because if I'm moving in different environments, it just makes it easy. And the auto settings are very good. But you also have this P, which is program. So I do that when I'm in the studio, when I want a different temperature setting here. And that's going to give me a little bit of a different temperature setting to get the colors looking a little bit better, but still have that automatic setup. But of course you can do some, you can manually adjust it and do different things there. Also this has, the kit lens I believe has image stabilization, and the camera has image stabilization. So you combine, have a lot of steps of image stabilization. This can get very technical, and maybe there's other people that can speak even better to that level, to the level of technicality, but I can just tell you as a broadcast and media professional, using this, I get pro level results. I have tremendous level results. I really don't need anything else at this point, and it's gonna give me pro level video, pro level photo. It's easy to carry. I have it right here. It fits in my camera bag. It's no problem. So it's great. There are, again, there's no perfect camera out there. There's limitations, but when you know what the limitations are and how you want to work with it, it's excellent. And having that 7K oversample, 4K 30 is awesome. But again, I think all in all, for me, I like the 4K 60 and the result that gives me right there. So great camera, and there's so much more I can cover here. But for me, on a 1 to 10, this is a 10 out of 10. It's really good. Oh, let me actually, before I forget, there's also a couple other things here. Hold on. There's some really good things I want to cover as well. Here you've got a USB-C port. That is how you'll charge it up. But you also can use this as a webcam. It will port out at 1080p for a webcam. It'll hook up to a computer or laptop as a webcam, and it makes it really easy. And you have a phenomenal looking webcam doing that. So that's really cool. Okay. The other thing here is that if you want another option, you have HDMI right here, full size HDMI. So that's great. So you can use a capture card, do different things with the HDMI. Right there, you have that capability as well. The other thing I would say in terms of memory options, you have dual slots here. You have options for a CFast card, which will give you the capability for unlock all the capabilities of the camera, or you can put an SD card here. And quite frankly, I use the Kingston 256 gigabit SD card V90, and that's really good. And I can use almost all of the setups in this camera with that card. So it's really sharp. It's really great, and I really love it. All in all, this is a phenomenal camera. I think it's a winner. I think it's probably, in my opinion, this is probably the strongest choice in this class for hybrid camera. It's excellent. I'm super happy with this camera. On a 1 to 10, I would give it a 9.5, only because of some of the limitations in terms of the amount of time you can use, the highest settings on video, and some of the heat issues. But you could probably talk me into a little bit higher than that, maybe a 9.6, maybe a 9.7. It's so strong. It does so much there, and I'm so happy that I have it. Just a phenomenal camera. I'm super happy with it. Well, those are my thoughts. Thanks so much for watching. I'm John D. Villarreal. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Listen, if you liked this video or helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up and like this video. Also, please subscribe and turn on the notification buttons. And also, I will have a link in the video description below where you can purchase this camera. If you do that through that link, I will personally benefit from it. Also, please check out all the important disclaimers about that. But I want to be upfront about that. And I thank you for your support. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I'm John D. Villarreal. I'll see you next time.